up, everybody? This is my name is Black, Professor of Wrestling. Welcome to my video. I like to call previously on Wild Women Wrestling, because I gotta break down all that's been going on during the whole encore episode of WoW. Instead of doing like a full-fledged review of WoW like I would normally do, I just gotta tell you guys the key moments and the key things that have been happening from the episode that was airing from mid-July all the way to now. And I reviewed one episode throughout the whole encore presentation stick they doing, but instead of doing like full review of those episodes, I'm gonna give you guys the key moments of the whole summer encore episode that they aired, and it is pretty key moments that they gonna lead to the rest of the season. Wow, so you might want to lock in, because we gotta talk about it. The first thing we gotta talk about is the tag team rivalry right now that's going on between Terror Strikes and Ashley Blaze versus Mind Street Heat versus Best for Business. And all started off with Terror Strikes have her partner Karen Kai MIA, and now have her on by her side during a tag team title match they were supposed to have against Street Heat. But one thing led to another. They had Terror Strikes for taking on Lindsay Carlson, which he won. So upset victory versus one half of the tag champions. And then all of a sudden, Ashley Blade comes in, makes a save, and Carrie Kai alongside with Sadie Sore went in the locker room after the match with coffees. And it's like, what are you doing? Why are you not in there? We take your partner. He tried to play victim when Terror Strikes came out there by herself. Like, why you have a title match without me? Like, really? You was just out there like, high and leaving your part high and dry. Like, give me a break. And throughout the season, we see Ashley Blaze and Terror Strikes teaming up occasionally, and we do see some tension between the two sides from Terror Strikes and Ashley Blaze, Karen Kai and Saint Sword, to the point they had Honor Gambino challenge them to a 8-woman tag with those four taking on four members of the Alliance. And you all know how that went down. So we have Ashley Blaze and Terror Strikes get an opportunity to fight for the tag titles, fight for opportunity for the tag titles, and they end up winning. But when we get back, like we get like a post-credit scene of the episode that they won the match up in against Two Heat, not title match, and we see the locker room get trashed. Yeah, someone spray painting losers on the wall, and we don't know who did it. Of course, Ashley Blaze and Terror Strikes blame Street Heat for doing this, and I don't blame him for doing that, because I mean, it's Street Heat. What do you expect? But turns out it was not Street Heat, because during the tag time match between Blaze and Strikes versus Street Heat, we see two hooded figures, which is one of Triple H's very favorite thing to do in WWE. You know. They end up spray painting Street Heat. They meant to spray paint Ashley Blaze and Terror Strikes. So the match ends a DQ. You look up on stage and you see Kari Kai and Manny Max no longer Saint Sword, because once he turns heel, she will no longer Saint Sword. She will Manny Max, because you know how she is in Indies. You know exactly what I mean. So the very next week, they come out with the blurred out shirts which said "Badass Bitches," and they formed a tag team, Best for Business. And they explain why they did what they did, all that jazz. And we eventually see these two teams, Best for Business and Terror Strikes and Ashley Blaze, face off in a match. And later on throughout the whole feud, we see Ashley Blaze and Terror Strikes burning the tires for both Manny Max and Karen Kai, and they had to get new tires. Eventually, we see Terror Strikes and Ashley Blaze win the tag titles over Street Heat after we had a little bit of a one-in with Street Heat and Best for Business in the ring. So we have Terrence Strikes to actually Blaze win the tag titles, the first black tag champions in WoW, and we had the turmoil of a feud with Terrence Strikes to actually Blaze, Minor Heat, and Best for Business fight for tag titles, and it's gonna be pretty interesting down the road once the new episodes air. Now let's talk about Below Mayfield and the VIP Abilene Maverick. Now, for a season that was heavily in taped in Las Vegas and Fremont Street, these two barely on the show. Like, come on now. I know you had stuff to do. Y'all busy ladies. You was making towns and all that jazz. But this is Las Vegas. Abilene Maverick is the VIP. Your best bet is just mainly just be part of these tapings throughout the whole season. But they didn't book them like that. But as soon as they come back, you have Abilene Maverick make a case for Below Mayfield to be World Champion, like a contender for the World Championship again. Like, it never gonna change. Why is he still begging Below Mayfield for Below Mayfield to be in the championship picture? But have no fear, the former champions here, Tormenta, and see basically just going back and forth with Below Mayfield, and they actually let Below Mayfield talk. Below Mayfield actually cut a promo in the ring, and like, okay, this is different, because we hardly see Below Mayfield cut a promo in the ring with Abilene Maverick. So they going back and forth in their native language, and I do like how they do the subtitles of whenever Tormenta speak her language, they have subtitles, or whatever Below Mayfield speak her language, they have subtitles. So I like that. So eventually they have a matchup between Tormenta and Below Mayfield, and boy was this match brutal. Like, Tormenta was chopping the hell out of Below Mayfield to the point that it let a freaking chop mark on her chest. Like, I think like this is like the second, like, halfway through the tapings, the last bit of the tapings in Las Vegas, and the chop mark was still there after she was hanging out with the other superheroes at the after party. I know that for a fact because I saw her hanging out with other superheroes, and that chop mark was still there. And see, they were just chopping the hell out of her. Tormenta brought out the best in Below Mayfield, because I feel like this is like Below Mayfield's best someone in WoW in a very long time. I'm not saying she's a bad wrestler or anything like that. I do think she needs a better finisher, because in the end of this match, she still does that swinging neck breaker that does not connect all the way, but she ended up winning the matchup. But I will say that it was her best match in a while, in a very long time. And I do think she can get better, but like, she needed to change her finisher, like do the X Factor that she did when during season 3. I mean that was, I know that's like a few people, other people do that move, but like, screw it. Like, you see how many people do the super kick nowadays. Like, what's it gonna be if she does the X Factor or the Bully Buster at Bella Buster, as the Bella Twins call it. Like, screw it. Just use the X Factor at the finisher. Stop using that spring that breaker, because that stinks. But Below Mayfield gets the win, and she's probably gonna get another Wild Championship match down the road. Yippee. And speaking of Wild Championship, we got to play Pink, the current champion, defending champion against the likes of Glocky and Gabriel Cruz. And why? Like, I mean, like, no offense to Glocky and Gabriel Cruz. I like those ladies a lot. But who they ever beat to get the opportunity for Wild Championship this season? Who? Like they literally picking women out of the hat that challenge for Wild Championship. Whether that be Tormenta, who was the former champion, or play Pink. Like, they had to say Tank Garrett challenge for the belt for the 8 million time. Like, I get it. No offense. Again. But I don't want to see it taking care of constant challenges for the belt. Like, come on now. Like, I feel like I feel like she's the Cody Rhodes of WoW right now. Constantly getting opportunities for WoW Championship whenever she loses the belt. I know she hasn't been champion for a while, but you get what I mean. But eventually we see the title match against Genesis, which I already talked about in my other video when I had that message for Genesis. So you want to hear my thoughts on that match? Watch that video. But I'm not saying that Petty Pink has been a bad. His second reign as champion has been like boring everything. I just feel like she need better challengers. Like Zia Phoenix was right there. I would not mind having a match up between her and Petty Pink for the title. Like, and that's another thing. Zia Phoenix has not been the Zia Phoenix I seen last season. Like, they not completely, but they just like don't know what to do with her this season. Like, season 3 of WoW, she was built like a goddess. She only had one loss on her belt, one-on-one match on her belt. That was against Genesis. Yeah, this season she lost against Genesis again, but she also lost to Glory Glare in 5 minutes. 3 minutes you don't count entrances. But she was already injured beforehand because she got taken out by Kane Cross, which is another thing that I want to talk about. The whole situation between top tier, because top tier is trying to figure out who the weak link is after they lost to trio titles against Monster Metal, and throughout the whole week, the season like mid-season, you had Coach having Kane Cross and Glory Glare have matches to see who the weak link is. So Glory Glare had her match against Zia Phoenix, and later on in the episodes, you see that Kane was caught Kane Cross helping out get Glory Glare by taking out Zia Phoenix. And later on, we see Kane Cross having her matches against the likes of Gabriel Cruz and Luz Boogie. And her matchup against Gabriel Cruz is one of her best matches since her match against Glory Glare. Cause she was doing moves. Her match against Luz Boogie and Gabriel Cruz, she was doing moves that we haven't seen in a long time or haven't seen before. Like she did a freaking Monster Man style elbow from the top rope on the Gabriel Cruz and won. And like, see, Gabriel Cruz, Kane Cross has been in trenches. We already know about this. But Gabriel Cruz, she been like bringing out the best in a lot of women. Because if not Kane Cross, she's facing is Genesis. Because Genesis and Gabriel Cruz had a really good matchup this season during the encores. And that's when after the matchup we see Genesis challenge for the WoW Championship, and yeah, we're not gonna talk about that. But we're seeing the cracks in top tier, and Glory Glare and Kane Cross, even though they try to sabotage each other, they also point out the fact that, hey, we're doing these matches to see who weak link is. Why are you not having a match? You used to have a match too, Coach. And Coach was like, you know what? She basically said, hey, you know, I don't have to, because I'm the coach. I gotta do it for the team.
I didn't lose. He lost.
Before I go, I want to talk about the trios division real quick, because you got Monster Metal, Fury, Chainsaw, and Daisy Lane holding it down, defending their championship against anyone and everyone. You got a couple of trios I want to talk about real quick. First off, we have Full Throttle, the trio that consists of Vicious Franca Room, Kathleen Speed, and Brooklyn Love. And honestly, if you look at these three ladies, you feel like you ask yourself, I feel like someone out of place here. But I'm not gonna hate on Brooklyn Love all that much, because her character, her charisma, her promos are they've been pretty good. I mean, there was this one promo where she like, I don't care if we fight for trio championships or not. You know, like, why are you doing that? Like, if your team should be challenged for Wild Trio championships. Like, if I was Frank, I would be like, what are you doing? Like, you just want to challenge for the Wild Trio titles. But anyway, I digress. But I am glad we're seeing more of Frank and Fulham on TV. I mean, that's a plus, because we were seeing her on TV, but we wasn't seeing her wrestle on TV. And I'm glad she's doing that now again. Cali Speed, I'm glad she's not doing just 2 matches this season like she did in season 3, cause that was a complete miss. I'm glad she's doing something. And while we also have other factions down for these belts. You have the Alliance that failed, and you also got the Alignment. Seriously, I don't get this group. I don't get it. I don't like it. Again, the only person I like about this, only person I like in this group is Pam Demorium. That's it. It's the only one that has to have some charisma and some energy in this group. And hopefully she does more than just like laughing like a freaking maniac. But other than that, this faction is I don't get this faction at all. But I am glad, and I'm happy to see Monster Meadow killing it as trio champions. This is what we needed when with the trio championships, because we needed a face team to win, so we can have heel tag teams or heel factions challenge for the trio titles, because it was more factions, heel factions than babyface factions, because it was just babyface, random babyfaces teaming up to fight for the trio championships. But now we're seeing actual factions and trios going for the titles, like actually being created, like Full Throttle, Alliance, Alignment, all those guys. So I'm glad we seeing Monster Meadow defending titles against anyone and everyone, because that's what we need. And hopefully we see a long reign from these three ladies, because they truly deserve it, because they've been killing it from the moment they came in the route, especially Fury. Her as a champion was long overdue. I'm glad she's 1/3 of the trio champions, and I'm glad that we have changed on doing something at the doing a good job at the babyface. And the Date Lane from Pep Lane to Date Lane, she been great. I like the Date Lane character a lot more than Pep Lane. I'm glad she's doing something. I'm glad she's doing a really good job with this character. And yeah, Monster Meadow, you keep on doing your thing, because I really digging this trio. And that's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed my breakdown on all that went down and WoW, everything I missed and WoW. Again, didn't want to do a full-fledged review of the episode that I missed. I wanted to do that, so I just thought it'd be easier for you guys, and like it was easy for me. But I am gonna try to do a weekly review of WoW once the new episodes air next week. So be on the lookout for that. If I do end up doing these WoW reviews again towards the end of the season, and yeah, keep on tuning into my channel, like, comment, subscribe, tap the bell, and check out be on the lookout for my new Twitter review I gotta be uploading soon. And like I said before, this one for the blows. So in the meantime, like, comment, subscribe, tap the bell, all that good stuff. I guess you guys in the next video. In the meantime, I'm Michael Day with the Black. I'm out.